Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lots of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on every activities happening in Biafran territory. So if you're joining us on this live emergency interview, between the host, Rudoph Okonkwo. Rudoph Okonkwo is a Nigerian journalist who has actually hosted a lot of people, and he's an OG in the business. He has hosted the likes of Ojukwu, the likes of Mazinam Dekano, and the likes of Peter Obi and the rest of them. And he hosted the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and Joko, in this mouth-watering, intense interview. Let me tell you, one good thing about the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and Joko, and I think that is why most people are scared of him, is the fact that he is as fearless as a lion. The Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is as fearless as a lion. He's not scared of anybody. Neither is he shy of saying whatever he wants to say to anybody. The Prime Minister says things the way he wants to say it, the way he feels he should say it, and the way he should do and say it. You might call him arrogant, you might call him disrespectful, you might call him all kind of names, but the reality is that the truth will be told. You see, one thing about the truth is that no matter how you try to make it sweet, no matter how you try to sweeten it, the truth is always very bitter. That is why the truth has to always come out from those who are fearless. In this interview, once again, the Prime Minister has shown his stance in the Biafran struggle. One, he has clarified to a lot of people. We'll be giving the concluding part of this interview. You'll be shocked on how the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá defended his cause to the core. He defended his cause. He defended his people. And he stood his ground to say his cause is better than. Rudoph Okonkwo, was also calm. He's a professional, so he made his interview very professional, which I love. But in the concluding part of this interview, do you know what? The Prime Minister also gave an exposition that even Rudoph Okonkwo was so surprised of. So, it is not about criticizing Simon Èkpá and Joko. You're causing insecurity, you're doing that. Have you actually checked what he is doing? Have you seen that he is actually doing the needful for his people? So, no matter how they criticize him, no matter how they try to make him look bad, the reality is that he has the trust of over 50 million Biafrans who are telling him to push on. Now, enjoy this wonderful interview from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and Joko, and make sure you share this one. This is a big one, actually. Please make sure you share these to as many platforms as possible. Enjoy.
We are able to conduct this referendum, and people are fiscally voting. And of course, it may also shock you that the reason we have succeeded so far in the civil disobedience is also because of the structure, the strong grassroots structure that we have, which Nigeria know, but of course, they don't want to tell the other citizens who are available to understand why every effort to stop the sit-at-home has failed. They tell you it is because people are getting killed and stuff like that. It's a lie. It's because we have a very structure, from the grassroots.
All right, we are going to get into the sit-at-home and everything else, but explain this for me. Let me understand. So, the administrators in 40 states in Biafra land today.
Yes, there are 40 administrators. There are in each state. There are 15 county head. In each county, there are 5 district head, and there are other, the chain of leadership and all that from the state down to the district level.
Do these people interact with people? Do they know them?
Of course. They are completely in charge of Biafra land. That's what is going on.
So if I call Ebonyi State now, I can get the names of people.
You may not get the name of anybody in Ebonyi State unless you are into the struggle.
Okay. So what about people who are not into the struggle? How did they vote?
Well, those who are not into the struggle are not necessarily going to vote. These are the people, the few percentage of the people making noise on social media. But those who are in the struggle are voting massively. If you look at the videos we are posted on social media, you will see crowd that will shock you. Yeah, even more organized and better organized than Nigeria election. You can agree with me if you have come across the videos.
Yeah, but for you to now say that the Biafrans all voted and this is the percentage that supported it, wouldn't it be good that everybody had a chance?
Well, that is the point. We gave everybody the opportunity to vote. But at the same time, because this is a struggle and we are in a very fragile state, so we make it possible for people to vote online, right? And then in a struggle like this, you have to also be very security conscious, considering the fact that Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills people who agitate and do protest. So we don't want to endanger the life of our people, by trying to prove that everybody has to participate. Everybody must not participate. Even in the Nigerian general election, not everybody voted, and somebody is still a president. So we don't need to prove, everybody that Biafra have participated. Those who believe in Biafra should participate, and they participated, and they are still participating because the vote is still ongoing to the 28th of November.
What about people abroad? You mean in New York here, there are people?
Yes. Everybody is voting online. Those of Biafrans abroad are voting online. And we created a voting system using the Google platform.
And you have a way of verifying that these people voting there.
Yes, we verify. And of course, like those who want to dispute, who want to argue, we give them opportunity to conduct their own referendum on behalf of Biafra people.
All right, this is interesting. Now let's also look at another thing. You have a new constitution that just came up.
Yes.
How was it? Who wrote the constitution? How did
the constitution was drafted by the representative from the entire 40 states of Biafra. So we have people, every state volunteered the people to participate in writing the constitution. And that is some of the problem or the confusion that people don't actually understand. Everybody must not be part of the constitution at this point, but those who believe in the struggle presented and volunteered to be part of the struggle, are part of the constitution. And so that's how we arrive at the constitution that is still open for amendment. Constitution is never complete.
So you have the names of the people that drafted it. Do we know?
Yeah, we have the names of the people that drafted the constitution. And then also,
is it public?
Listen. It is not only the constitution, as a matter of fact. We have what we call the Declaration Drafting Committee. The Declaration Drafting Committee also cut across board from all states, people volunteered to be part of the drafting committee. So that you bring your idea. Of course, not everybody's input will be taken, but it has to be somehow consolidated into the declaration. So the declaration itself is like a document where we have we try to bring in every idea, every grievances that Biafra people who are representing their different states brought into the committee. teeth. So we try to bring everything together, and there are different kind of grievances that we are on that ground. The declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra is happening in this December. So what we are doing is to carry everybody who believe in this Biafra government along. We don't need to go and drag people who don't believe in the government. So you have to, first of all, believe in the government, volunteer to be part of what we're doing, and you are welcome. So we are not discriminating anybody or pushing anybody away. So those who believe in what we are doing are part and parcel of it.
Now, the states, back to the states. Did you go beyond, because I get a lot of comments about to meet him. I listened to him attentively. I still remember him bragging about how he will return the state of Biafra, myself, visited the United States. I traveled from Boston to New Jersey to meet him.
Biafra struggle even before I came in. So I told them to bring in the structure that they have, and we start working on that. So it is every state brought in their state map. They brought in their state structure. It is not my making. So what I did was to harness the already made structure from the 1967 down to Owazurike Mosob, down to IPOB, and to what we're doing. And so we consolidated everything and make it to be more, organized structure as it is today. So it is not my making. It is the making of the people. Every state brought their structure, brought their county structure, brought their district structure, and that's why it is called, it's going to be the Confederated State of Biafra, because we're going to practice confederation, where these states who brought in their state structure are going to be on their own.
So what about people who are saying they don't want to have anything to do with Biafra?
That is part of life, and it's part of democracy. Even in Nigeria, when Nigeria was fighting for independence, North didn't want to go to be independent, right? But today they are the one who enjoy it most. So we are not bothered about those who say they don't want to be part of Biafra. They are just a few individuals, just like 1% or even 0.0% of people hijack Nigeria and impoverish everybody today. So those people saying they don't want to be part of Biafra, are they enjoying the killings in Nigeria? The answer is no. So we don't actually care about what they say. That's why we have gone this far. Because few people cannot hold everybody hostage.
Mm. You are following the trial of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. What do you make of how it's going?
I don't believe in Nigeria system, in court system. Nigeria doesn't have a court. Nigeria doesn't have a judiciary. So, and that's why I don't know whether you are aware, we have actually banned anything judiciary under Nigeria in Biafra territory, and they are folding up. So if you are not aware of that, I want to make it clear today. We are going to lock them indefinitely, and they will never come back until Biafra become an independent state. After the 2nd of December declaration, we start to pursue the legitimacy of Biafra. Nigeria court system and judiciary can never ever function again in Biafra land. It's a threat and a promise.
How is that going to happen? How are you going to do
it? It is already happening. Are you not seeing them folding up? That is to show you that the Biafra have taken over their land. Our plan is to delegitimize Nigeria from the Biafra territory, little by little, step by step, stage by stage, and that is happening. So the judiciary is the next, because judiciary in Nigeria has contributed to the entire anarchy you see today. The insecurity you see today is the judiciary. The instability you see today is the judiciary. The banditry, terrorism you see today is the judiciary. They have not done anything that will bring justice, fairness, and equity. So we don't need those kind of system in our land. So, and if you're asking me how we're going to do that, we're already doing it. You see, they are folding up. That land belongs to us. And Nigeria has been rejected by the people. Over 50 million has given us the mandate to chase away Nigeria from our land. So however we're going to do it is what the government will decide. And we're doing it the way we want.
Okay. You know that you are on the list of most wanted people in Nigeria.
That is a badge of honor. I am very, very happy that I am in the list, because if I am not in the list, I would have regretted ever even getting involved in Biafra. So it's the highest honor I have received in my life.
Now, people say, I played the video earlier in the introduction when Nnamdi said that if they don't give us Biafra, that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. And people say that what you have achieved is to turn some parts of Igbo land to look like Somalia. That Lagos is not like Somalia, that Abuja is not like Somalia, but Owerri, Olu area, basically is like Somalia. What do you say?
So let me address you. Now, did you see the poverty rate in the world? Where is Somalia placed in the list?
It should be at the bottom also. Like
no, I want you to tell us.
I can find it.
Where is Nigeria and Somalia?
Nigeria is at the bottom too. Yeah.
So in the list now, is Nigeria up or down?
Down.
Yeah, so it's already it doesn't necessarily mean.
But when you,
it doesn't actually mean that they're going to be shooting gun like in Somalia. Somalia already overtake Nigeria in a better scale. Nigeria is down in poverty level. So how do you
Mazi, they're serious. Let me give you this as serious things. I have a friend here in America who lost his father 2 years ago from Olo area and lost a brother early this year. And none of them, they've not been able to do any funeral because nobody can go home.
Okay.
And there are so many places like that in the Southeast. Is that a good thing?
Well, I should be asking you, how are the burial taking place in other parts of Nigeria?
No, the way people are reading this, they are saying that it's a consequence of this confrontation with the Nigerian authorities.
So how is this confrontation making people not to have burial in Biafra land? Can you explain?
Because it's not safe. That's what they said. That's why he hasn't
gone.
Who
is making it not to be safe? Why are you laughing? No, I want to. You say this is a discussion, right?
No, we're having a conversation.
If you cannot answer, let me explain.
I want you to tell me.
You want to answer?
No, this is what they said. This is what they said.
Okay, so this is what they say. But what about you? What about you? What about your opinion? What do you think is the reason for not having burial?
No, I don't have. I go home. I don't have.
Okay, so can I explain now? Can I explain the reason?
Yeah, give us the reason.
All right. The reason is because the Nigerian terrorist army and police have been killing our people for many years, even before I joined the Biafra struggle. They killed them in Aba, where they went to pray, and over 150 officially was announced. Over 150 people were killed in cold blood. Nobody asked question. Nobody, was held responsible until today. They went to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, bombed everywhere, killed people there. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was held accountable. They went to Okonkwo and killed, and these people they are killing never raised a gun against them, right? They were only having flag. They killed in Enugu. They killed in Ebonyi. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they went to Kenya to kidnap him against international law, and I took over from there. And do you know what I said in the first place? I said, under my leadership in this Biafra movement, you can never kill Biafra again and go free in Biafra land. So I raised an army called the Biafra Liberation Army to confront these killers. And these killers, some of them are repentant Boko Haram. So they recruit them, push them to Biafra land, and people are not talking about that. And when they go to villages, they open RPG or GPMG, and they start spraying bullets. Even fowls are getting killed. So I said, under my leadership, under this Biafra movement, Nigeria can never kill any Biafra again and live to tell the story. So we raised the Biafra Liberation Army to deal with them, and they are neutralizing them. So when they neutralize them, what do? They will come after the villagers. And let me tell you, is that the kind of country you want to be proud of, where you have people carrying guns, defending their land, and instead of them to go after those people that are defending the land, they will go against innocent people. These are the reasons why people are not coming for burial. So tell it the way it is. So, and it is not my fault. It is not my fault. It is not the fault of Biafra. It is the fault of the Nigerian terrorist army, who cannot confront the Biafra Liberation Army, but confront innocent people. And why they are doing it is so that we lay down our guns. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you, that knowing that this is how they operate, if we believe the story you just told, this is how they operate. The question is the best thing to continue to have them kill villagers if we believe this story?
Believe me, there is no any other better way. This is the best way. If you have any other better way, tell me. The better way is what we are doing now is the better way. When they come to kill our people, we kill them first. And if they come, we will resist them as much as we can. And let me tell you, it will continue like that until none of them will be in Biafra land. It is called attrition. War of attrition. You know, the chief of army staff said that what they are fighting is called the jungle warfare and asymmetric warfare. No, I am not fighting asymmetric warfare with them. I am defending Biafra people, and what we have actually declared now is war of attrition. Go and Google it. It is, you are going to be fighting until nobody is remaining, and it is not going to be on our side. They are running away. You know the kind of atrocities people have committed in our land? Is that how to run a government? A government that will come and you don't go after people carrying arms, which you invited with your actions and atrocities? You go after on armed innocent women and children? Is that the kind of government you want to support? So we know what we are doing now is what we are going to do. And like I said, they should go and Google war of attrition. We will fight this war with them until we know who is going to give up.
When I interviewed Nnamdi Kanu in 2019, I asked him, how many people have you lost? The question was how many? He said thousands. Let me ask you the same question. Since this started, how many soldiers, let me use the word, the Biafran, your own soldiers, have you lost?
If we lost people, you see them on social media. Now they are posting some of the people they are claiming to be. We don't lost soldiers. I have to be very sincere with you. We don't lost soldiers. They know it. Let me tell you, we are fighting a very different war with Nigeria terrorist state. And they are confessing. Have you ever, in the history of Nigeria, have you ever, even during the war, it was only during the war, actually, that the issue of Biafra was discussed at the National Assembly, and the entire security chief are crying. We are training, I have a military experience. We are training the Biafra fighters, and they are engaging Nigeria in a very systematic war that they have never fought before. And you see, I didn't say it. You can hear it from the horse's mouth. Musa have cried several times. And let me tell you, if they think that in self-defense is a crime, they should go and read international law. Because the point is that nomadic system have taken over and nobody is thinking correctly in Nigeria anymore. You come and kill people and expect them to defend themselves. We are defending ourselves. And like I said, if I have access to bomb today that will go to Aso Rock, I will first of all engage Aso Rock. But until then.
How many people, not soldiers now, regular people have died?
They should give you that report. They are the government now. They should give you how many people they have killed. Right? They are the one who killed the people. And all we do is to defend them. So they should tell us how many Biafra women and children have been killed. Because at least you have never had in any news, that Biafra Liberation Army invaded a village and killed everybody there. Just like you see in the north and see in the other part of Nigeria. But the military are the one killing. We saw them how they kill people in the Okonkwo community. They're born everywhere. Nobody is talking. So when they say that people kill soldier in Okonkwo, nobody know what led to killing of the soldier in Okonkwo. But you know what? Everybody was proudly saying, "Oh, the military will come and burn this." We don't want to be part of a such system where they will not go after criminals. They will come to where a crime was committed and they go after innocent people. That kind of system should be abolished. And that's what we are abolishing by pulling out Biafra from that Islamic terrorist state.
The sit at home every Monday that you support, how has it been helping? The
sit at home is has been very, very successful. You know, what people don't know is that when we started the sit at home, because the point is that they don't know why. They don't know why we keyed into the sit at home very much. It is going to achieve or have actually achieved several things. One is that it crushes the economy of Nigeria.
Nigeria. Wait, hold on.
I'm telling you, Nigeria.
Yes. Nigeria.
Not Eastern Nigeria, Nigeria. If you know the point, if you listen to Akpabio as dumb as he is, he said that the sit at home is affecting everybody in Nigeria. And nobody's paying attention to that. You know, they have lied and used to propaganda to say, oh, is the economy in the East. What have the economy in the East done for over 50 years? Nothing. Now, let me explain. I'm still explaining. Be sit at home. Now, it crushes the economy of Nigeria. 2, we are delegitimizing Nigeria government from Biafra land because it is one of the way to prove that they have no control over the people. 3, they have also that sit at home that demonstrated that they have lost legitimacy over the Biafra people. You don't know what is happening. So you are very close to Sowore. You should ask Sowore, why did he say that the Southeast has, systematically left Nigeria? It is because of the sit at home, because they have lost control over the people and they're listening to only Biafra government. It's a pathway to our freedom. And now we are, and let me also explain to you that we are using 4 different mechanisms and different approach to fight this freedom, which has never been done in the past. 1 is the political approach. 2 is the diplomatic approach. 3 is the armed struggle self-defense approach. And 4 is the civil disobedience, which sit at home is part of it. So these 4 different mechanisms is what we are using to delegitimize and fight Nigeria to our freedom. And it's working perfectly.
The local women who cannot go to the market, the students who cannot go to school, the workers who cannot go to their offices, the businesses that are leaving the East to move to other places, who is paying the price for that?
They have a better business ahead of them. The students have a better school to attend in future. What we are doing is a price they have to pay. It's a price for freedom. Freedom does not come free of charge. So we understand all this nonsense Nigeria is saying. Nigeria will tell you, oh, your business is being destroyed, oh, your school. Ask yourself, those people that went to school for over 50 years ago, what have they done with education? Nothing. So we are going to bring alternative education that will work for them. So they have to pay the price of not going to school if they have to not go at this point. And those who don't go to market have to also pay the price of not going to market. Because I believe they will not prefer to have a bomb being thrown in every market every day. Because it's happening in somewhere else in order to get freedom. So we are not going to that particular fight or defense at this point. At least nobody is even though they are throwing bomb in Imo State. I don't know whether you're aware of that. They are bombing and all that. We are fighting them with our anti-aircraft. Even though our anti-aircraft may not be the modern sophisticated anti-aircraft, but it is doing something. At least they don't fly 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes, and they will run away. So these people that are complaining about school, they should give us a break. It is the price that these people have to pay. Those people complaining about not going to shop or stuff like that, they have other days to go to shop. Every Monday is a sacrifice that we have made to make sure that we speak to the entire world and prove that Nigeria has no control over Biafra territory. That's what we want to achieve, nothing else on that particular civil disobedience.
Now, Igbo people at home, they say that people like you abroad, you are enjoying your life. They see videos of you dancing, drinking. They say, why is it that they are the ones paying the price? People in Lagos, people in Abuja, Igbo people, they are not.
There should be more worried that I left those particular enjoyment that I'm doing, including going to club that I used to go, including all the enjoyment I used to travel everywhere. I'm not doing that anymore for them. So they should be more concerned that why should I live all this life I was living? Why should I not just enjoy myself? Because I have conscience. I have come to this country not by my power, but God brought me here so that I will live and bring something back home. And I don't want to bring politics back home. I don't want to bring anything. I want to bring freedom back home. Because many people travel abroad and all they do is that, I want to bring something back home. Ask them, what do you want to bring back home in Nigeria? How many Nigerians have traveled abroad, studied, become PhD professor, they went back home? What has been their contribution in Nigeria system? Nothing. If you go there, the Nigeria kills you. The system kills you. You can never, even if you are a saint, once you go to Nigeria, you get corrupt. So I did not come here to learn politics, to learn something to bring back to Nigeria so that Nigeria will corrupt me. I decided to bring freedom to my people because that's what they need most.
When you see Nnamdi Kanu appear in court and say that he would like the sit at home to end, do you ignore that, or do you?
I ignore that.
Why?
Because he's not a free man.
So what will it make you believe what he's saying?
He just played his voice when he was a free man talking with you. So what you heard in the court, does it sound the same? I will listen to him when he becomes a free man. I'm not only a free man, no, he has to come to Finland and sit one-on-one with me before I can listen to him. That is my condition. Because the reason why he is being incarcerated today is because of what I'm doing, it's because of the Biafra. So he cannot be captured, because I know the reason they captured him is to end Biafra, and then you expect me to dance to their tune. It's not possible. Even if they bring him out today and he stay in Nigeria there and say, Simon Ekpá, stop, I'm not going to stop.
So are you planning to go back to Nigeria? People say that...
I don't go to Nigeria, I go to Biafra.
Yeah, but are you planning to go to Biafra?
Of course, I will go to Biafra. I will go to Biafra. Why am I fighting? I will go to Biafra to be part of building a system that will work for everybody.
When?
When Biafra is recognized.
By
international community, by UN and all other.
Now, if an American official who is sympathetic to your cause, the Biafran issue, hear you speak, do you think that they will be inclined to openly come out and say we support people?
They don't need to openly come out. They should. Most of them have had meeting one-on-one with them, and the way I talk with them is differently from the way I talk here. So they listen to me and they buy the idea.
How do you talk with them?
I talk with them presidentially. Because of course, when I'm here, that I'm talking with my people. When I talk with them, I talk differently. So, and when I talk with them, I present Biafra as a solution, which is the way it is. I present Biafra as a solution to restore peace and stability. That is the only way to restore peace, because what you see today, the Islamic movement happening today from the Sahel down to the entire Nigeria region, interest is tied to Biafra territory.
Now, not beyond the way you talk to them, what about what you do? Like things you celebrate on your social media?
It's my personal life, because I'm...
No, I don't mean dancing. I mean, okay, like when there are military officers killed. Are you not seeing military officers killed in Ukraine being posted by Israel, or the terrorists killed in Gaza being posted by Israel defense? So you think it's okay?
It's okay. That is the only way to show the enemy that you are dealing with them.
All right. At this point, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we come back, I'll play some videos, get your reaction to the videos, and then we are going to invite people who are watching to join us in this conversation with the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in Exile. We'll be right back. More people will be able to see it and hear the ideas coming out from Mazi Simon Ekpá. All right, let's continue. I had during my interview with Ojukwu, that was 2001. So I asked him, why didn't he start a government in exile when the Biafran War ended in Nigeria? This is the answer he gave. Because I didn't see what good it would do. Oh, it would do me personal good, because some people will still look upon me as a head of state. And they will certainly, in certain places, give me red carpet receptions. But is that what life is all about? Life is about the betterment of a lot of the millions of people at home. I had to consider very seriously what possible reaction a government that for 3 years had intent on genocide will have on such a situation vis-a-vis our people who are still captive within the Nigerian situation. A lot of people who look at what you do, they keep going back to our people. You talked about sacrifice that you made or you are making. But the one that our people at home are making is enormous.
So what is the question?
The question is, don't that bother you? I will tell you personally, I've lost people who died because they couldn't get to the hospital on a Monday.
What about other days? How many people dies for not paying?
We don't know. That's a fact. We don't know.
So let me tell you one thing. You see, I don't blame our hero Ojukwu for such a comment. Can you imagine where somebody fought the war for 3 years and at the end of the day lose the war? So you don't expect the person to come and start fighting from exile, right? Is it exile that is going to win? No. But if you look at history, it has always been, this race for freedom has always been like a relay race. So Ojukwu has laid the background of which every one of us are building this temple today. And I am bringing that particular whole thing to a conclusive end. That's what I'm doing. So Ojukwu cannot, the exile Ojukwu went to is what we have actually activated today. So you don't expect him after, mistake, because a lot of mistakes were made. And you will agree with me that during the war, Ojukwu has no representative in the United States. All the representatives were just sell out. So Ojukwu don't actually know what was going on. He had nobody to educate the United States Congress or the United States government. He had nobody to put and educate them on the reason why Biafra should go. So Ojukwu don't have that representative. So we have it today. And one thing is that you are just emphasizing on Susie. You are happy that she was a lobbyist for the IPOB and all that. So it is part of the mistake that we identified and we want to solve it. Now, during the war, at a point, the United States was shifting ground to the Biafra side. And the Biafra leaders don't have knowledge about it. So if it's somebody that they have knowledge, that they have people representing them, they have good lobby. I don't even know whether they have lobby at all, they don't have. So you're assuming that they have lobby firms representing them in the United States, educating the policy makers, the Department of State, the U.S. Congress, and all that. I don't think Biafra, although that's how God wanted. I would not want to change the wish and the will of God. So God wants it to happen that way. And today we are, using that particular foundation that was laid, that mistake that was made. And today everybody have seen that actually Ojukwu saw tomorrow. Because the thing he saw that Gowon didn't see have consumed his people today. Gowon today, after fighting Ojukwu and Biafra people, cannot even stay in Nigeria. He ran away to the United Kingdom. At age of 80 or 90, who does that? He should be proud to stay in his village where he put Biafra, 3 million people through starvation for Nigeria to become one. But why is he running away? Because the country failed. That thing Ojukwu saw, because it was Biafra people that were paying the price in the northern Nigeria. Every given confrontation, Biafra people get killed. So today it is no longer Biafra people. Gowon people are getting killed. And today many of them are living in IDP camps. So Gowon could not save his people. He ran away. So if he actually saw what Ojukwu saw today, I don't think he would lead Nigeria to war against Biafra. So what I'm trying to say is that Ojukwu did the right thing as somebody who fought for 3 years and lost the war. And we have learned from Ojukwu mistake. We have also learned from Wazirike mistake. In case you don't know what the mistake Wazirike made. The mistake of Wazirike was that when Wazirike was captured, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured and kidnapped from Kenya, Wazirike was incarcerated. What did they do? They connived with all the commanders of Wazirike and brought them to the prison and said, you see, all the hitmen, all the strong men you have are with us. And who did it? Andy Uba. Right? So from there, during Obasanjo time, from there, Wazirike gave up. He said he looked at all the people that he was fighting with, all the men he had his hope on. All of them came with Andy Uba, a politician, to the prison. So what can he do? He gave up. The same thing they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They capture him in Kenya, and all the commanders of the Eastern Security Network, they started killing them. I came to rescue them. That's what I did. So I saw those mistakes, and I built the tent and built the fence to make sure that it never repeats itself again. And so what did I do? I began to organize, bring in more organized and more structured movement. And then I also approached the former government in exile, which actually Ralph Wazirike was part of. They failed me. And I know they will be listening. They failed me. That was actually what led to the formation of the present government of Biafra in exile. So all these things, I try to bring everybody together. I try to let those people who have been there before to come and bring what they have on the table so we can use it. Because I just joined Biafra, 2019. So, and what I did is, this Biafra have lingered for ages and we have history. So we do not need to fight this thing with guns and bullets alone. So there is a need for a well-structured and organized system to get this Biafra done. And I said, I will not fight this more than 5 years. So I gave myself 5 years to fight for Biafra and actualize Biafra. And this is where we are. This is the 5th year.
Now, when I interviewed Nnamdi Kanu, I asked him what role he would like to play if Biafra were to come, and he said he wouldn't want to play any role. You're already the prime minister. If there is Biafra today, what role will you play?
I will play any role Biafra gave me. One thing I cannot do is to fight for this Biafra and allow idiots to come and ruin the system. No, I will put Finland. I want to bring Finland to Biafra, and I will not allow a stranger to come and bring Finland who doesn't know anything about Finland. Do you know our constitution is comprised of one of the best constitutions in the world? Our constitution today is comprised the Finnish constitution, the Switzerland constitution, and the United States constitution. So it is the best you can see. And let me tell you, the day we're going to unveil this constitution and vote on it, and people see this constitution, you will know that, yeah, indeed, we're going to be the civilization. We're going to bring civilization to Africa. So I cannot fight for Biafra to bring a better life, a better system that works for the people, for the interest of the people, and then somebody else who do not know the plan I have for Biafra people to come and start. No, it's not going to happen. I will be part of the government.
So what role will Nnamdi Kanu play?
Nnamdi Kanu have his own right to make a choice. So we cannot force him, but I believe that when he was making such comment, he don't know what we have done today. If he come out today and see what we have done, I believe he's going to have a change of mind.
What is your role, your relationship with the IPOB that was the other faction?
They are Biafrans. The only relationship I have with them is that they are Biafrans. And after Biafra become an independent state under the Biafra government in exile and de facto government, we will start a reconciliation process.
You think you can reconcile with them?
Why would they not? If they don't want to reconcile, they will go to exile. Yeah. But the government will give them opportunity for reconciliation. That's what makes us different. I'm not here for vindictive or to kill anybody or anything like that. I want the best interest of the Biafra people. So those who believe in freedom, actually believe in freedom, there will be open door for reconciliation.
One more question before I bring in the audience, and that's a question about people in what we know today as Niger Delta, who are saying that they don't want to be part of this. How will you force them to be part of what
they should first of all go and outnumber part of the 50 million people that voted for Biafra.
So are you going to
let me tell you, once they outnumber those numbers, we don't have any problem with that. Actually, it is even in the constitution we have today. So a confederating state means that they need to be educated for those who are shouting that too, because they don't know what is confederation. So they can still have whatever they want to have, do whatever they want to do in their state and all that, because they are completely free from everything we are doing. So if they feel that they can have a defense system that works for them, good for them. We can't do what Nigeria did to us to them. And let me tell you also that the issue of Niger Delta, this Niger Delta that, is something that the Constitution of Biafra have actually addressed. So, and there's not going to be a better system than what we have today, this confederating state of Biafra, where they will have their choice and their right to do whatever they want to do, have their own constitution, have their own parliament, each state on their own. That is the best. And then our defense is the same, because we're going to have enemies that will surround us. And these enemies that will surround us is not just against us alone. They are against America, they are against the West. So America needs us. The West need us in order to protect their interest, because once we protect the interests of America, we protect our interests. Once the trade, the shipment and all that begin to move, our own interest is also protected. So when people talk about American interest, it is as if it is only America we are fighting for. No, When American interest in the region is protected, our interest is protected as well. When there is no piracy in the sea, after Biafra have become an independent state, we combat piracy, like the way they're spending billions today, they can't move freely in the sea and all that. That will end automatically. And our army will be army that is not going to have any Islamic affiliate, any terrorist affiliate, just like we have today, people that are affiliated to Boko Haram terrorist group. We're not going to have that in Biafra land, right?
Why is it? Why is it that the Nigerian government, despite their efforts to get you extradited, that they've not been successful to getting Finland to work with them?
Finland doesn't work with a terrorist country.
All right.
And they will never work with terrorist country. That I can assure you here.
But you know that they are making moves.
Which move? The
Nigerian government.
They can make moves for all I care. I am here standing very strong because I know I'm not doing anything wrong.
All right. So for those who want to join us, I posted the link.
And also, Rudoph.
Yeah.
I want to say something here because this is an opportunity for me to address you.
Okay, go ahead.
And, so I want to say this, some of you have made bad decisions in the past, a very bad one. And so we have a record of making good decisions. And our decisions have actually favored our people for many years. And I want to tell you one bad decision you have made, and many of you. One is that I saw you protesting against Goodluck Jonathan during the 2015 election. You want Buhari to come in. It was a very bad decision. And sometimes like that, we look at the people who have made such decision that they are not capable to decide for the people. So when we are making this decision we're making today, that you may not see the effect of it today, you give us the benefit of doubt and see what it will turn out in the next few years. So Biafra that I'm fighting today and making all these things that many people are laughing at, they are laughing that we are going to have declaration in Finland. They don't know why we are having that. They are laughing that we are going to, I'm declaring Biafra. They are laughing that there is a national football team. They are like all those things. And that is exactly what Gandhi said. They will laugh at you, they will mock you. At the end of the day, you win. So I want to say that some of us that are making this decision for the best interest of Biafra people, we see what people don't see. So you should be able to give us benefit of that and support the decision we make. We kicked against Buhari. It backfired. You people supported him. We kick against this Tinubu. You people, many of you supported him. And so it is very, very hard for people like us to come and listen to advisors that have made bad decisions in the past. It is very difficult for me, and I believe many people. So I just want to tell you this today because I may not have the opportunity to tell you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.